was talking to a wide receiver coach, Zach Azzani, before practice, and I asked him about wide receivers too. They brought in Gabe Davis. What do you need? And, man, he threw his full support to one little Calvin Austin III. He pretty much said, this is my number 2, man. I don't know if he has to say that because that's the only people who are currently on roster, but he is a huge Calvin Austin fan. He feels that he's on a trajectory upward, getting nothing but better. And the size differential, speed differential between he and DK Metcalf makes it a very difficult group to cover. So for him to come out and pretty much say Calvin Austin's our dude, I think that says a lot.
What's your opinion on that? Do you think he's going to be a legit number 2?
He has gotten a lot better. I don't know if I'm willing to take that chance quite yet of labeling him the number 2. I'm sure that if they do bring somebody else in of greater name value, that will all change. I don't know. I just don't buy right now Calvin Austin as a true legit number 2 difference maker, but I can see him growing into that. But I can also see him flatlining too, and then you're right in the same position you were last year. So to steal a quote from Ron Cook, well, they're coaches. They know more than me.
Great for
Maybe
talk
he
radio,
knows more than me.
Limits. The mere thought of leaving you out of this conversation leaves me melancholy beyond repair.
Oh, melancholy.
Yeah.
Mark, Richie Walsh said something yesterday when Pony asked about how much, Aaron Rodgers, how much better Rodgers looked than Mason Rudolph, and that there's a night and day difference with the way that Rodgers goes about it, footwork and everything compared to Mason. Did you notice something similar?
Absolutely not. I love Richie Walsh. He's one of the best dudes in the world, but he don't have a goddamn clue.
This is one of your best appearances in a while. You're on fire. You're in fuego.
No, we're talking, first of all, we're talking about a dozen to 15 individual throws by Aaron Rodgers that probably never made it past the 10-yard mark. To say footwork, strength of arm, ball exploding out of his hands, no. Mason, I think I would still give him the edge on that, but where I do give Aaron Rodgers a significant edge was that guy knows how to get rid of the ball in a hurry. That ball gets out of his hand quickly. Like, I'd like to see him like side by side to Dan Marino. It comes out quick. And with a suspect offensive line, that's what you're going to need. So that's what jumped out to me. The quick release and how quickly it gets out and up to speed. But to say that he has stronger arm on that, no, I don't buy that. No, I don't believe that.
Along those same lines, Louis Riddick on ESPN looked at the tape yesterday and said Aaron Rodgers is moving way better than at any time last season. We're already making that observation. Maybe so. Do you agree?
I didn't see him go through drills last year to make that comparison, but what are we talking about here? I don't really care if Aaron Rodgers runs around, and especially the videos that you saw there where they had to do some sprint outs. That's not where Aaron Rodgers is going to be needed at. He just needs to be able to manipulate his feet and maneuver in the pocket to get open. So even if he is looking better than last year, that's not what they want him to do. I have no baseline to compare that to. He didn't look like a 41-year-old quarterback. I will say that. He didn't look like old school Ben, but I don't want to say that he's I want to say Josh Allen. He ain't no Lamar Jackson. So,
but he was moving around pretty good, in your opinion.
He wasn't bad. I didn't see no limp like me, so he's all over his Achilles quicker than me.